another autumn themed video. For today, I wanted to do like an autumnal Q&A. I kind of wanted it to have a theme, so I decided to get on Instagram and I asked you guys to ask me any questions about like dark academia, autumn, spooky, any questions that could have to do with those types of vibes, and you guys delivered. So thank you guys for indulging my autumn loving spirit and by asking so many amazing questions.
Jeepers creepers, where'd you get those?
So first question is, which spooky haunted location would you want to visit in the US and then also internationally? I don't want to visit so much a certain city or town, but I want to visit a ship. I think it's called the Queen Mary, and I'm pretty sure it's in Long Beach, California right now. It's one of the top most haunted places in the entire world. There's one room on the ship that so many people have died in or been hurt or experienced paranormal activity, and I know that because of that they closed the ship down for a while because it was just like a liability. So many people were getting hurt. I really want to go stay in that room. I mean, I do and I don't, but like I do, but I don't, but I do. And then for outside of the US, I really want to go to the catacombs in Paris. And if you don't know what the catacombs are, it's basically because the city needed a better place to put its dead. So they decided to, you know, put the dead in tunnels underneath the city. They were moving bones from cemeteries into these tunnels, and I believe it took 12 years to move all of the bones that they were trying to get out of the cemetery. I don't know exactly why. I think they were just running out of space. And supposedly there are between 6 and 7 million bones in the catacombs. So yeah, that's definitely my choice for international, there or Scotland or Ireland. I've been to Ireland, but I really want to go back. There are so many haunted castles, especially in Edinburgh. I really want to go there. There are too many places that I want to go. The next question is, which town gives you the best cozy fall vibes? Can I choose a fictional town? Can I choose Stars Hollow from Gilmore Girls? Okay, but for real, I would probably choose Bath in England. What I love about Bath is that it's like a decent sized little city, but it's so old and all of the buildings just look cozy. They all have such strong personality. And then once you kind of get slightly outside of Bath, it's the cutest countryside. I spent some time there and we went to this local farm. We picked pumpkins. Everybody was so nice. The leaves were all beautiful. It just had like cozy small town countryside vibes. When I was there during October, it felt like the most ideal place to be in. I was constantly in awe of how beautiful it was. I would definitely choose Bath. Okay, I love this next question. If you could go trick-or-treating in one fictional world, which would you pick? How am I supposed to choose? But at the same time, like, I know. It would be the Shire. Not necessarily Middle Earth as a whole, but the Shire specifically. Middle Earth is amazing, but it's really scary in some places. But the Shire, I think the hobbits would be amazing. I feel like they wouldn't just do candy. They do like baked goods, you know, pastries, all sorts of sweets, and I feel like they'd be really generous with it. So yeah, definitely the Shire. Have you experienced any paranormal activity? Yes, I think. I was staying at a castle in Ireland that was supposedly haunted. We left our room and we went walking around the supposedly haunted part of the castle, which was like the left side, kind of back where the servants used to work, because a family, I think, used to live there in this castle, and they had these servants and some of them died in weird ways. As soon as we stepped down the hallway, it was like everything froze. All of a sudden, I didn't hear the cars outside. I didn't hear any other people walking around in the castle. And then all of a sudden, as we were walking, like the lights started to like blink and flicker. It all of a sudden felt cold and I just felt scared. So I don't know if that's like paranormal activity, but I don't know what other way to describe it other than it was just really spooky and I felt scared. But I haven't like actually seen a spirit or like heard anything like that. I did also go ghost hunting though, but I'll talk about that a little bit later. Next question is, what is your ideal cozy fall weather? Rainy, misty, cloudy? This is very specific. It can't be too cold. It has to be like crisp. Warm air, but kind of like a crisp bite to it, and cloudy, but to the point where the sun can still peek through occasionally. So like overcast, kind of cloudy, but occasionally the sun will come through and it will make everything beautiful and illuminate all the leaves, and it will feel nice and warm, but then kind of get cold again when the sun goes back. That's my ideal weather. Favorite non-scary Halloween movie? Okay, I have so many though. I can't choose a favorite. Oh, okay, I know. Either Casper Meets Wendy or Halloween Town. Those are two classics. I do love Casper, the first one, but I specifically love Hilary Duff and Casper Meets Wendy. It kind of has more cozy vibes than the first one because they're at this like retreat resort type area where everybody has their own cabins and it's just really cozy. I love that one. And then Halloween Town is just a classic. The music Like I hear the music and all of a sudden I'm just like in Halloween vibe. Like I'm ready to go trick-or-treating. I'm ready to dress up. The music just gives me life. So I would definitely choose Halloween Town. Yes. What's a fall activity that you must do every year? Every October, I need to have a massive scary movie night, but scary, not scary. Like spooky, but not scary, and make it an event. So go out and buy all sorts of candy, make pumpkin cookies, even like decorate extra out where the movie's going to be, maybe get the projector going, and watch classic scary movies. Not like horror movies nowadays, like maybe some classic ones like Young Frankenstein or Dracula, and just make like a massive spooky movie watching event. That's something I have to do every October. Next question, pumpkin patch or apple picking? If it's for taking photos or a video, I would definitely choose apple picking. But just for fun, I would choose pumpkin patch. I'm a child at heart. I love finding the perfect pumpkin. I could spend an hour or two just going around at the wheelbarrow, picking up different pumpkins, inspecting them until I find like the perfect one. It makes my heart so happy. I adore pumpkin patches so much. Favorite Halloween tradition or traditions to do on Halloween Day? Halloween Day, I have to wake up early and go to my local bakery and get Halloween donuts. They always do like ghosts and pumpkins. And as I drive over there, it has the most beautiful trees. And then I always listen to Halloween songs on my drive over to the bakery, like Ghostbusters, Monster Mash, all the classics. And then once I get back, I always start my where's my book? I always start reading The Halloween Tree by Ray Bradbury. I read this every Halloween. It's not very long, so you can easily sit down and read it in like one sitting. But yeah, it has to be the day of Halloween. It can't be the day before, day after. I have to read this on Halloween. So those are two of my like Halloween Day traditions. Besides, after whatever party I go to or whatever ghost hunting I go to, I always have to come home and just indulge in tons of Halloween candy and watch a classic scary film. And that's my Halloween. Next question is, where is your top autumn travel destination? Besides Ireland and Scotland, I really want to do Canada for autumn. I don't know specifically where, but I've seen so many beautiful pictures and videos of the leaves there. Who is scarier, the creature from the Black Lagoon or Frankenstein? Definitely the creature from the Black Lagoon. But then again, I haven't seen that film, and I have seen Frankenstein and read Frankenstein, so I'm not actually really qualified to even answer this because I don't really know. But I would choose the creature of the Black Lagoon because I don't know, does it have a personality? I know that Frankenstein actually kind of has a personality. So yeah, I kind of want to be friends with Frankenstein. Speaking of which, the next question is favorite spooky being or creature. And I would choose Frankenstein. I kind of fell in love with Frankenstein when I read the book. I felt so sad for him because he's this creature that's made by this crazy scientist, and it's not like he can just not exist anymore. Like, he's been created. He has to live with the fact that everybody's scared of him and he's this awful looking monster, and I feel sad for him. Favorite Tim Burton film? This is easy, but I have 2 answers. Oh no, I have 3 answers. So first would be Miss Peregrine's Home for Peculiar Children. I love that movie. I just love all of the kids and all of their special abilities. It's such a fun movie. I love it so much. And then next would be Big Fish, which, I don't know, you might not have known Tim Burton did that film, but he did. And it's so good. I love it in every way. And then last, I would choose Dark Shadows, which Johnny Depp plays a vampire in. And I know it's based on an older gothic television show, but I think it's one of Tim Burton's underrated films. I really liked it. It's so funny and weird and quirky. Johnny Depp, obviously, is so good. Next question. What scary movies do you watch every autumn? I don't like horror or slasher films, but I do love spooky films. But one that I have to watch every autumn is The Others. It stars Nicole Kidman, and it's a modern adaptation of The Turn of the Screw, which is a spooky classic novel. What I love about the movie is the way that it keeps you guessing the whole time. You don't know what's going on, and it's not the type of movie where stuff like pops out at you, so you don't have to worry about that if you've never seen it. If you don't like scary movies, like, it's totally fine. Nothing's gonna pop out at you, but the vibe, there's so much fog and mist, and it's dark because the kids have to live in this big mansion because they have skin allergies. They can't go outside, so all the windows are always closed. It's super eerie, and the kids start to see these ghosts, but you actually never see it as the viewer. You never see anything pop out or any ghosts. It 100% passes the vibe check of spooky, on the edge of your seat, but nothing's gonna pop out at you, but you're so intrigued and it makes you feel scared like you're in a haunted house. Like, so good. Speaking of ghosts, have you ever been ghost hunting and would you recommend it? Recommend it. Yes, I have. It's literally one of the best things I've ever done. Legit one of the scariest things, but it was so fun. I went ghost hunting in Northern Ireland at this jail. Apparently it's really famous for paranormal activity. Our Airbnb host said he's lived in Ireland his whole life, Northern Ireland his whole life, and he was like, you have to go. I know people who know people that have legit had like crazy experiences there. You have to go. So we went. They take you in small groups. You have a guide. The guide takes you through, kind of tells you stories about people who had died there or been killed there. And then they pull out their like ghost hunting equipment where it will like ping or like make certain sounds if there's paranormal activity going on. It didn't seem fake. And I honestly felt like the hairs on the back of my neck rise. I felt so cold and scared whenever the equipment was going off, like there was a spirit in the room. So yeah, super creepy. Something I've always wanted to do. It was amazing. So if you get the chance, I would highly recommend it, but just make sure you go somewhere that's reputable, not just a scam. Just do your research and go somewhere that's probably has real ghosts. Okay, next question. What does your ideal autumn day look like? I would start the morning going to my favorite bakery. Like I mentioned before, I have a thing for going to my bakery and getting donuts. So I would drive over there, listen to my autumn spirit playlist. I'd come home, get all ready for the day, put on a super autumnal outfit, and then probably go up into the mountains. The leaves up there are absolutely stunning. Maybe go take photos or just walk around. Maybe even have like a fall picnic. And then the day would end with grabbing some food and going to see a spooky movie or just like an autumn type movie at the movie theater and just having a good time. That's like the perfect day for me. Next question was asked so many times, and that is, what's your favorite autumn beverage? I don't drink coffee, so I'm not gonna say any of those like pumpkin spice lattes. I'm a sucker for two drinks. Pumpkin spice hot chocolate or even just pumpkin milk on its own. I make mine at home, but you can also just get the kind at the store, like the Stevens pumpkin hot chocolate. That's pretty close to it. And then the next one is not so autumnal, but I always drink it around this time of year, and that is butterbeer, or where I live we call it butter brew. There are some soda shops and cafes that sell it, or once again you can make it at home, but it's basically the butterbeer from Harry Potter. So good, and it always just makes me think of autumn. I think just because I always drink it around this time of year. I watch Harry Potter on this time of year, and so it's become like a Halloween autumn drink for me. I spend way too much money on butterbeer. And then our final question is, what is your favorite Halloween candy? I'm gonna have to be basic and just go with Reese's. When I was a kid, out of all of the candy that I got, it was either the Kit Kat or the Reese's that I was always the most excited about. And then whenever I'm traveling abroad and I'm there during Halloween, I remember in England, I loved all of the chocolate, but they didn't have Reese's and I was missing my Reese's. So I'm a Reese's girl all the way. And that's it. We are finished with all of the questions. I hope you guys are having a wonderful September or whenever you're watching this, and I will see you guys in my next video. Peace out, guys.